You've seen tough games, but you haven't seen a disaster like this. We are 11 minutes in, and the enemy has every single one of our towers, except for the inhibitors, and we haven't touched a single one of theirs. Our base is at 10% HP, the Lord is knocking on the door, and my team is ready to surrender. But as a roamer, the game isn't over until the crystal shatters. Today, I'm showing you exactly how I piloted Mathilda to pull off the most impossible comeback of the season. I'm going to analyze the high ground defense, the target prioritization, and the exact macro decisions you need to make when your back is against the wall. If you want to learn how to turn a 10k gold deficit into a victory, don't click away. I'm gonna show you the exact blueprint that you need to follow to make these insane comebacks yourself. Before we dive into the analysis, if you're tired of losing games like this, and you actually want to master the map, and you actually want to know what is going on in the game and what you can do to win, I'm officially opening up my coaching slots. You're learning from the best. I'm a 300 plus stars mythical immortal pro player with multiple global titles and years of esports experience. I'm offering $30 for 1 hour for solo players, also offering $50 for 2 hours for solo players, duos, and trios, and I'm offering $75 for 3 hours for full 5-man squads. Because 2 hours isn't enough to fix the whole team synergy. Stop coin flipping your rank and start playing like a pro. DM me to book your spot. The details are in the description of this video. Before the gameplay starts, let's look at the setup that allowed us to survive the late game. For the Emblem, we were running support for that extra healing and movement speed. We're running agility to reposition faster, wilderness blessing. This is essential for rotations and fights and your overall movement speed and mobility. Quantum charge for that HP regen and burst of speed when poking. For the battle spell, we're always gonna use flicker. Purify, you can use it in games where either your backline can get CC chained or you can get CC chained and you can do nothing about it, so that you can purify and second skill. So it really depends, but most of the games it's gonna be flicker. The build that I go for is tough boots with favor for the CC reduction and healing. Flask of the Oasis. This is our core item. It's for the shields. It works really well with favor and just works really well with Mathilda's second skill. Enchanted Talisman because you need the mana and the CDR to spam your skill 2. And then Oracle to boost your own shield, and Flask procs, you will get bigger shields. Immortality, so that if you die, you get an extra life, just for that extra sustain. And then last item, Blood Wings, for the massive late game magic power and extra shield layer. Your shields are gonna look beefy with these items and this build. Trust me, the shield you're gonna see on yourself is gonna be insane. You're gonna be like, whoa, I'm tanking so much despite being a support. Now, let's get into the game and show you how we defended a naked base. Alright guys, so before the game even begins, we always need to take a look at our draft. So as you can see, we have a Leslie, a Gujin, Odette, and Guinevere for XP. None of these heroes are really the best right now. Maybe Leslie, she's alright for gold, but not the best. We also don't have a front line. Yes, Guinevere is EXP, but she is not a tanky EXP, and based off of her emblem, it looks like she's basically gonna be building damage. So we don't have a front line this game. But if you compare that to the opponent's lineup, they have a Kaja Rome who is really strong right now. Also, he's from this country. Can't say the name, but you know. They have Leomord as well, who is one of the best junglers right now. They also have a Lapu for EXP, I'm assuming. And I guess Benedetta is gold. I think Benedetta was gold. And then Sicilian for that late game insurance. Right, so they have a very beefy lineup. Pretty much they have Leomord to secure the early game. With Lapu and even Benedetta. These three can secure, even these four actually, can secure early game very well. And Sicilian for that late game. Right, so already we are losing in terms of drafts. And this is solo queue. This is solo queue, you'll see at the end of the game. So yeah, it's a really bad, one of the worst lineups to play Mathilda versus, right?
That's what I really thought too, bro.
So anyways, let's move on to the game and let's see how I kind of rotate. At the beginning, we do struggle a lot. This game, we make an epic comeback. we lose really badly at the start. So it's very unfortunate, but let's take a look. So I'm just gonna help my mid lane clear mid. If you guys didn't notice, Kaja was pressuring my Gusion quite a bit. So honestly, I should have gone and helped him right away. I kind of didn't notice it because I was streaming, but something you always need to look out for is that the opponent roamer bothering your jungle. You need to not let that happen, because you need to give your jungler as much space as physically possible for them to farm. So I didn't have the best early game, right? Even in solo queue. And now I'm not saying that in every solo queue game you can make a comeback, but if you fuck up or if you mess up, just know that, you know, it's fine. All you gotta do is lock in. This right here is a problem, okay? I'll tell you why this is a problem. So I noticed that the Kaja is going this way, right? But then I start going bottom lane because in my mind, oh, we gotta help out the XP early. But that's a problem. And I'll tell you why that's a problem. The reason is because my Gusion's blue is completely undefended. And we all know Gusion before level 4 is not really the strongest. He struggles quite a bit. So here we should have definitely helped out our Gusion, but you know, it just didn't work out. Anyways, we're gonna keep moving and, you know, continue with the game, see how things go. I did help Gwen, but it's not enough, right? Gwen on her own can't kill Lapu, and this is not good whatsoever. And my Gusion did get pressured. As you can see, he's getting pressured on his green and he can farm, and that's already putting us really far behind. In this scenario, Gusion is the type of jungle that needs to snowball. He did secure his buff and he did secure level 4. Fortunately, he was able to secure his buffs with probably Retri. I was fortunate enough to get a jungle who can do that. What if I had a mediocre jungler who couldn't, right? So got a bit fortunate on that part, but our early game isn't really the best right now. Gusion needs to snowball in order to actually make impact. And our only other option is literally Leslie for the late game. But they also have a really good dive comp for that Leslie. And they also have a Sicilian who can carry the late game. So it's a pretty tough game right now. Contesting turtle isn't really the best here. I try to second skill and bring the Gusion with me, but I kind of get blocked by this thick wall. I messed up my dash. So I flicker across, try to get Gusion with me, but it's not enough because Lapu still kills him regardless. And since Gusion is dead, we don't have a choice. We're struggling quite a bit. We did lose our first turtle. The score is 1-3. As you can see, Gusion goes for the Sicilian and gets a kill. So my Gusion isn't bad. He's doing what he's kind of supposed to do, which is going for the mid lane. That's good. But yeah, I still haven't gotten my level 4, so I'm just going to clear mid to get that. Help Odette clear it. Honestly, this was kind of a mistake. Since I already got level 4, what I should have done is go into this bush and vision so that my Odette can clear. Right? If I had stood in this bush right here, I could have visioned this Leomord before he dived us. So, you know, that's just good. Odette wouldn't have to waste her flicker to get away. She would still have it if only I just visioned it properly. So I was streaming during this game, and as you guys can see, I'm making quite a lot of mistakes. But don't worry, I'm gonna show you how you can overcome that, right? Hey, if we fuck up, we just gotta log back in and try to play our best, right? Can't change the fact that we already messed up the game. So just play better, lock in, do better rotations. At this point of the game, I also noticed that my Leslie is doing decently well. So I'm like, okay, let me help out my jungler and give him as much space as possible, because he got that kill on Sicilian, right? So I'm gonna trust him. The Guinevere, I can't help her. I need to help my jungle and my gold. At this stage of the game, I can't help my EXP. The first turtle is done. My EXP is on her own. He needs to make he or she, whatever. They need to make their own decisions and their own plays. If he's gonna die 1v1, remember guys, if your side laners are dying in a 1v1, that's not on you. That's not your fault. It is partially your fault if they get ganked and you didn't vision it or call it out, yes. But if they die 1v1, or even if they die on a gank that you called out, that's not on you, that's on them. Remember that, okay? So if they blame you, just ignore them because they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. So I just visioned Kaja and just visioning Leslie, right? We are not really looking to fight. We can't go in. Kaja has ult, Benny has ult. If he ults anyone, Benny can ult and petrify them and they die. So none of us can afford to do that right now. So we're just gonna farm. We're just gonna let this Leslie farm and play safe. This is our only option. We already lost the early fights, so our only option right now is to let the Leslie farm, just continue our farming on our own. I kind of get ulted by Kaja here, and then what happened? Yeah, I get ulted by Kaja, and then I try to second skill out, and then get ulted and petrified by the Bene. Oh no, we got Cecilia on second skill, and then petrified by Bene and just CC chained. That's crazy. I couldn't even second skill nothing. So yeah, that was a bad decision. Honestly, I should have tapped my ult right away. Because if you guys didn't know, if you're ulting and in the air and Kaja ults you, it doesn't cancel your ult. You still fly around him. So that's a good way to immune Kaja. Mathilda is one of the only heroes who can do that, by the way. I haven't seen any other heroes who can immune Kaja suppress. She doesn't really immune it, but she still flies around. She doesn't get pulled in the direction. But I could have just tapped my ult, honestly. I just kind of hesitated and messed it up here. But as you can see, they killed 4 of ours and all of them lived, which is a very bad trade. Worst trade you can get. Also, if you're looking to grab the latest skins without breaking the bank, check out Gamsco. It is consistently 20 to 30% cheaper than recharging directly in-game. And here's a pro tip. A lot of players have been having issues with their recharges because they aren't selecting the correct region. To ensure your diamonds land in your account successfully, double check that you've selected your proper region before checking out. It's the fastest, cheapest way to get your weekly pass or any skins in the game, especially the Naruto event. Fortunately, they didn't get top tower and Leslie got a kill on the Bene, which is really good. I should have given... Okay, I took the lethal. I stole it from Leomord. That's good. I'm just going to use my ult to get away because I was kind of caught off position and Leomord probably would have killed me there if I hadn't backed, so I had to. Didn't really have a choice. Just gonna keep farming, just gonna keep visioning, helping out my mid laner, helping out my gold laner farm. That's kind of what we have to do right now. We don't have too many options. That's unfortunate. I helped Odette, like there was this one cannon minion. I thought Odette would just clear it and take my second skill, but she stayed there a bit too long and then Kaja flicker ulted her and then she just dies for it. So not much I can do about that. It's Kaja. At the end of the day, if you're playing Mathilda, she doesn't have any CC that can immediately stop Kaja from ulting any of your teammates, right? At least if you're like a bit farther away from them. No hero can do that. So I just didn't expect them to go for the Odette there. Unfortunate. I died to the Lapu and I burned my flicker. That was not good. We did get a kill on Benedetta for me. So I guess to some extent that's worth it. But I didn't even get any assist from that. So that's unfortunate. We lose mid. 7 minutes into the game, we've already lost mid. That's so unfortunate. That's really bad. One of the worst starts you can have in the game. Score is 6-14. It's terrible. And once again, I'm dead. I'm 0-3-1, by the way, guys. 0-3-1. One of the worst starting in the entire game you can ever have. But I take a look at... And guys, I see a lot of people... I do a lot of coaching, right? And I see so many people... Y'all don't be clicking on the scoreboard. You guys don't check the scoreboard. You guys don't check what the gold is. You guys don't check the gold gap. You don't see who has the highest gold. You don't see who has the highest gold in your team, the lowest gold, right? Check it. And look, it's not even that tough. If you're using your index finger to pan the map, you don't have to click on the scoreboard. It's in the middle. It's really hard to click, right? Just click on the KDA on the top. The scoreboard will open up. If you guys didn't know that. Just click on this. It's so much easier to click with your index, right? You can keep clicking it without interrupting your gameplay. Anyways, as you can see, our Leslie isn't doing too bad. With the way we are losing in such a bad way, our Leslie and Gujin isn't doing too bad, right? Their highest gold is Lapu with 501, and then Leomord already has seven kills, right? 0 deaths. So we need to shut these two people down. These are our #1 priorities, right? If I had someone like Kaja, I could definitely make a difference. If they jump in, I could ult them in the tower. But with the Mathilda, it's really tough. And Mathilda is not good for solo queue. But regardless, if we try to apply some of the strategies that I show you... Now, I'm not guaranteeing you a win. I'm not guaranteeing you a comeback. But I can... With certainty, I can say that it's going to increase your percentage to win, right? Your chances of winning significantly if you use these strategies. So right now, all you gotta do is, like when you're losing and in a bad position like this, a lot of you roamers are lost. You don't know what to do. What you have to do is you need to play safe and you need to take fights in towers. You need to never engage. You always need to counter engage. Okay, you need to take fights with opponents under your towers where you have the advantage. You need to let them engage and you counter them. Okay? If you engage when you're losing, you will just die. You will not win those fights, and you will just keep feeding and feeding, and the gap is going to close. The gap is going to grow even more, right? You have to play safe. You have to let them engage. You have to be under your towers clearing the minions. Trust me, no matter how good the opponents are, at some point in the game, right, they are going to throw and they're going to overextend, and that's when you're going to capitalize on them. You just got to wait for that moment. And as you can see, my KDA is so bad right now, 0-4-1, and you guys are thinking, ain't no way this can be a comeback, right? They have lost all of their towers already. This does not seem good whatsoever, right? Guys, trust. You'll see. Gwyn didn't even get a jump. She got ulted by Kaja. I can't really... Can I save her? Yeah, I give her a shield. I decide to ult the Kaja and then just see how things go, but it's simply not enough to kill. Look, this was actually a really good trade here. Right here, I think we made a good difference. So as you can see, this fight, we didn't start anything. The Lapu engaged, and then I tried to pull all of my teammates with me right here, and then we got the Lapu, right? We finally got that big shutdown. Lapu had the highest gold, right? We got that shutdown on him. This already puts us ahead. We got a lot of gold from that. Now, I'm gonna try to protect my Leslie, but I also need to make sure that I'm not dying in the process, right? My Gwyn jumped in but got ulted by the Kaja, but I think she will live. No problems there. Wait, who got the killing spree? Guzhin? Guzhin killed the Sicilian. Look at this, guys. Look, they're overextending. They're throwing. And I do believe the Sicilian is really low. There we go. The Guzhin goes for him. Gets a nice kill. And there you go. I ult the Kaja to try to re-engage, to potentially look for chances. And that's about it. Look, our Gwyn dies, right? Just our Gwyn is dead. Right? Our Odette also died. I think she just resurrected. But we got 3 of them. Right? We got the Leomord. We got the Sicilian. We got the Bene. And like those things are good because that's the step to making a comeback. And this moment right here is when I got hopes back to win the game. When things like this happen, when you kill more of them and one of yours die, or you kill more of them compared to yours, that's good because you just got a lot of gold. They gave you a lot of gold and you actually closed the gold gap by a bit. This Guzhin's combo was very smooth. He's a good player. Unfortunately, Leomor is too fed, right? We're not gonna do a lot of damage to him. So I'm just trying to give vision to my team right now. Visioning around the Lord, because we have closed the gap significantly. Okay, since Lapu ulted, I'm just gonna ult him so he's not able to hit me, right? And then I'm gonna protect my Leslie in the process. And there we go, right? The Guinevere jumps the Lapu. Lapu dies again. It's okay. Our Odette for Lapu is good because our Odette isn't making as much of an impact as their Lapu. So that's a good trade. And remember, 1-to-1 trade is always good when you're losing. Okay, this is a good trade for us. Slowly but surely, we're making a comeback. Just gonna keep peeling my teammates as much as I can. And look at them overextending for kills. This is a good sign. When stuff like this happens, you know that you're gonna make a comeback because good players are not gonna overextend like this. They're just gonna do the Lord and end the game, but they're not doing it. So, to capitalize on that, Kaja overextended. He ulted the Guzhin. Unfortunately, I used my second skill to save Guzhin. Because as soon as I saw him, as soon as I saw Kaja, he didn't die instantly. I knew that as soon as Guzhin goes in, Kaja is going to ult him. So I preemptively second skill, see? Went closer to him, second skill. So the second skill activates on him. And they used a lot. Kaja used his whole ult on Guzhin and we just baited it and he got out safely because of the second skill. And we can't contest Lord, right? It's just not good. How? We can't force this. Our jungler is low. They are zoning it really well. Don't force it. If you can't Lord, just give. It's solo queue. They don't know how to sync. They're probably not going to do a good Lord push. Just give. Okay? No need to force if you don't have an advantage. You guys are just going to throw the game. Here, I'm just peeling for Leslie, right? And then Leslie has a killing spree. She's pretty fed. Guinevere gets a jump onto the Lapu, but I don't know why she's not able to knock him up. Not sure what happened there, but I just had to flicker out there. Odette dies. Guzhin gets a nice kill onto the Lapu. It's still a good trade because Bene and Lapu for one Odette who is not doing anything. That's good. We'll take that. Right now, the people who are having the most impact are Guzhin and Leslie, right? They have the potential to actually carry this game. So all I need to do is just protect them. Both of them are doing really good. And this is, if something like this happens, guys, always have hope. There is always a chance. This is my attempt to try and get Leomord because we really need that shutdown on him. However, it's simply just not enough. I try to make Leslie dash to me and give her a shield just in case, right? But she didn't need it and she's able to kill off the Bene. And now because of that, since Kaja and Bene are dead and only our Gwyn is gone, we have numbers advantage and we're able to defend this Lord. Remember, as soon as Lord spawns, you want to kill it ASAP because as long as Lord lives, the minions are going to be stronger. Their minions are going to be big and strong than ours, way bigger and way stronger. Unfortunately, they get a shutdown on Leslie, which is not good. I did second skill her, but she was stunned. I guess she couldn't use it. And then they also got Odette, who is pretty much a liability at this point. Her life doesn't even matter. So I don't really care about her. I gotta keep the Leslie alive if we have a chance, a shot at winning this game. Anyways, as you can see, like they literally got our inhibitor. Guinevere got a really nice jump onto the Sicilian. Leomord is so low. I really want to get him, but you know, we can't be greedy right now. We have a good lead. We have a very high chance of coming back, and I'm not about to throw it away. We just need to be patient. We just need to defend the waves, wait for them to throw, right? We need to wait for them to throw and then kill them. Once that's done, we can make a comeback. Once again, Odette is throwing here. Not sure if she's gonna live. Nice, here we go. Gwyn gets a nice jump onto the Leomord. See, this is what we were waiting for them to mess up. We get a shutdown on the Leomord, which we really frigging needed to close that gold gap. And then we also killed the Bene. And our Leslie got the shutdown and also a double kill, which is good because she's gonna get a lot of gold for that and she can finish up her items a lot faster. And here you go, guys. This is like hope of a comeback. This is really good right now. And I think we are at a position where we can actually take fights with them because of how much damage our Leslie does. That's how OP she is in the late game. We just gotta keep her safe and we're good. Gusion gets a nice kill, but I don't think he manages to live through it. Okay, I second skill the Gusion to make sure that he's okay. I knock up the Lapo and the Kaja, right? He lives with the heal with Flask. And we're just chasing Kaja because look, two of them are dead. There is no way they have an advantage now. Tried to save Gwyn. It's just not enough. Gonna try to save Leslie, but she doesn't need the help. She's able to kill Leomord on her own. I go for the Kaja. And nice. Leslie gets a double kill. See? Now we are ahead. Now we do Lord. Easy. 4 of them are already dead. 1 of them just resurrected, so I'm just gonna give vision. I don't think they will even try to contest this Lord. Gusion retreat. He died, unfortunately. I think I can probably kill this Bene with my first kill. There we go. Well, Leslie killed her, but guys, if a hero has a lot of dash, don't cancel the ult. Keep the ult on them with your first skill on, okay? Because when you crash onto them, it's going to deal a lot of damage with the build that I'm going to give you this game. So it will do a lot of damage to like a full damage heroes like Bene. She's an assassin. She's building full damage. You can actually kill her with the damage that you have. So if they have a lot of dashes, don't crash onto them. Just let your ult crash onto them normally on its own. They're gonna be like so tense. They're gonna wait for you to crash so they can use their dash skill to get away. But when you like don't use it, they get so tensed up and they mess up a lot of the times and dash early and they are not able to get away from your first skill damage. I'm just gonna stick with my Leslie right now because if I protect her, she can pretty much one-shot everybody. I'm not sure why Leslie said retreat here. We could have taken a fight. The Lapu was pushing top lane. But, you know, it's solo. I can't force the Leslie to walk up. I have to listen to the Leslie to some extent. Right, there's a fight in bottom lane. Gwyn gets caught by the Leo. She's fine, lives, but because of this I make a big mistake. I lose sight of the Leslie and then I go immediately to the bottom lane to try and help Gwyn, but the Leslie gets caught by the Kaja and the Lapu, and then they get a shutdown on that Leslie, which is so bad because we need Leslie so bad right now to win these games. We need her really badly. I just try to get away here with my second skill. I think I'm able to because I have a lot of movement speed. And this is not looking good. We lost Leslie and Gwyn. It's going to be so difficult to defend the base. I'm going to try to pull Gusion out of this. I think he's able to get out. He is. And look at this, guys. It's only me and Gusion right now. It's so difficult. But it's minion. It's just this one cannon minion. And we clear it, so we're fine. Leslie is going to spawn soon. She's back, and then now we can actually fight. She's gonna do a lot of damage to everybody. There we go. Leslie is here, kills the Bene. I go for the Leo. He's 1 HP. He's so low. But we need to defend, right? We can't let the base just fall. So that was an insane defense. That was crazy. But remember, now we are not going to leave the Leslie alone, right? We can't leave Leslie alone. We need to protect her. She, like, as long as she lives, she's going to keep dealing damage, right? They can't out sustain Leslie's damage. Because remember, guys, they don't have a marksman. It's just Sicilian. They don't have a constant DPS, but we do. Once again, trying to help the Leslie. Peel for your team. Peel means protecting. Gwyn gets a nice jump onto the Sicilian. His immortality pops. We immediately burst him down. And we are in a really good position right now. We can clear the minions and actually do Lord. I'm just going to stick around the Leslie. We should be doing Lord. She should be helping with Lord right now, but she's not helping with it and fighting. Wasting time. Just G the Lord right away so we can set up for it properly. Nice. We have secured Lord and now we are the ones with the advantage. Obviously, not really because we don't have any of our towers. The only tower we have is our top inhibitor tower. And they have all 3 of their inhibitors, which is really not good. But hey, it is something. It's a lot better than before, right? When we were losing. And the score is 29-33. So we are 4 kills behind, which is so much better than before. All right, once again, all I'm going to do is vision for the Leslie. Remember, I'm a support. I can't really frontline too much. What I will do is peel this Leslie as much as I can and heal her as much as possible with my second skill. It's okay. Gwyn missed the jump. I saw them going for the Leslie, so I immediately jumped back to save her. And then I think she gets my shield. And then there, we killed the Bene and the Kaja. So already we are at an advantage. I think they really tried to get the Leslie here. They knew that they needed to get her. Here, they spotted Leslie and then all of them. See, the Bene goes for the Leslie. But I think Leslie flickered immediately. Good. That was a really good flicker from Leslie. If she died there, we would have lost this game. And now it's 5 versus 3, right? Which is really good. Guzhin died, but you know what? He got the Sicilian, so it's fine. Or sorry. Did he? No, Sicilian died before. No. So he got the Sicilian and died. Sorry, my bad, guys. What am I saying? Guzhin killed the Sicilian and then died. So it's good. His death is worth it. He did his job. Sicilian is the one who could defend. And now that he's gone, it's going to be a much easier time to play this game. Now we just got to hit the base. Gwyn gets a beautiful jump on Leo. And yo, look at this Gwyn, bro. Holy yo. Anyways, yo, what the fuck is that? We just make an insane comeback. Because of the strategy, like because we played safe, we waited for them to engage. And we just waited for the right time to re-engage back. And we understood who the most important player is on the team and peeled for them as much as we could. And there you go, guys. That's pretty much how you can make insane comebacks. Now, not every game is going to be like this. The opponents didn't play properly. They didn't take Lord when they needed to. They didn't freeze the waves. They didn't play the way they should have, right? They didn't deprive us of our resources enough, which they 100% could have. But regardless, that's what you can take advantage of in solo queue because it's so scuffed, right? You have more chances, more loopholes to take advantage. And yeah, if you're just playing Rome, I think it's one of the best roles to solo queue right now. And as you can see, it is a solo queue game. Like, look, everyone is different, separate. It is a pure solo queue game. And yeah, guys, even with a hero like Mathilda who sucks at rank because you can't... Guys, remember, roams who can make a difference from level 2 are good. Any roam who can do that is really good right now. Play them in solo. Mathilda can't do that. Alright? So she's not good. But regardless, we made it work, and I kind of told you guys what my thought process is in order to make comebacks. Just, you know, okay, try your best, apply these formulas and these fundamentals that I talked about in your own games. And trust me, you may not win every single game, but you're going to see an improvement. All right, guys, that's going to be it for me. I hope this video helped you. Make sure to like and sub. That really helps me out. If you want me to coach you personally, check the link in description. And if you want to recharge diamonds for cheaper, check the link in description for the link for Gams Go. It's an affiliate link. You'll get diamonds for cheaper. You'll help me out. It's a win for everyone. So go ahead. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.